Silva. So
wasn't Jan Blachowicz when he went up to like heavyweight, or not heavyweight? But
he went up to light heavyweight and fought Jan.
But wasn't he like 10 pounds under like heavyweight? He was like 190, right?
No, I don't think so. No, he made weight. He was like
Did
two. He was like.
Or no, yeah, he was like two. He was like super. He was like low, right?
He had to just get up and wait. That's all. He just had to get up and wait.
I mean, I think for what he did for like going up in that weight class for how small he usually is, like he's a lean guy for getting up to but Jan Blachowicz, a crazy strong dude, and just being able to hold his own somewhat.
I just feel like he thought they were just gonna give it to him if he just stuck in there. Because a lot of the times when you're the champ, you see John Jones do this a lot. You've seen a lot of fighters do this. When you're the champ, they'll go in there and fight maybe a slower way, make the opponent come to him and beat him, because at the end of the day, if it's a super close fight, the judges are going to lean on the side of the champ most of the time.
So you're saying that there's a clear bias, or not clear, but like a very subtle bias towards a champion in most situations?
Yes, a clear example of this would be Carlos Condit versus Robbie Lawler. It was like back in 2016. I thought Carlos Condit won that fight pretty clearly, and then they ended up giving it to Robbie Lawler. It was like one of the first UFC events I ever watched.
All right, so quick jump back to the...
And Tristan explained that to me, like the champ gets like a bit of an edge when it's a super close fight, and it's on the challenger to show that he's the new champ. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's a decision.
Yeah, I guess if you're like kind of more even, you would give it to the champ because he's still a champ. You would have to beat him to become the champ.
Yeah, so Adesanya went into that Jan fight, and he fought like he was the champ of that, and he was like trying to make Jan beat him. But after that second round, when Jan won that round,
he was just wrestling.
He was up 2-0. Jan was like, all right, now you got to come and beat me. And Adesanya never really pushed him and tried to get that win.
Yeah, I think it was just too big of a weight and like wrestling difference because he was just so much bigger and stronger.
I don't know, because he wanted to fight John Jones at 205. You can't beat Jan.
Who, Jan?
No.
Adesanya?
That's why he went up to 205 in the first place. He wanted to
just
fight
to try
John
it
Jones.
out. True. That'd be a pretty good fight.
I think he'll probably go back up there at some point.
Because it'll be more of a striking fight, you think? Obviously, with John Jones, Adesanya.
I would hope so. Yeah.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
You think so?
Doubtful.
Back to the...
Doubtful.
Just because John Jones...
Doubtful.
All right,
John Jones is going to get him up on the cage and shit.
You
might be right.
Back to the court thing with the home invasion.
Be careful.
Be careful. And that in Matway, the court said that where such an offense is committed by a mature individual with no prior record. So if you break into someone's house, home invasion, do nothing.
You die.
With no prior record and you're an adult, it's like a minimum of like 8 years.
Yeah, but what
state? Breaking in.
What state? Florida? Because it has to be different in every state.
I feel like 8 years is kind of light though.
Yeah, that's pretty light. I mean, if you kill someone, that's the thing.
Well,
if you kill, I say that as if that's a light thing to do, but I'm saying like
that's just a whole separate.
That's a
whole separate.
Okay, so let me ask you
this. And it's added.
Do you think prisons should be more for reforming or more for punishment? Because you think some of the charges, home invasion, if you think about it, I mean, you got to take the person's... I feel like everything should be looked at as situational based situation because, obviously different people have different motivations on all this. Mental evaluation should be in every case. And, obviously, like you said, some people are down bad and with the economy last year and the crash of the economy with COVID and everyone losing jobs and money and all this. Some people might be pushed to do things that they would normally not want to do. And, there's other countries that have like very low populations in their prison system and basically they're non-existent. Not doing it, Mike. Zach's just a little crazy when he gets a knife in his hand. Usually we don't let him get sharp stuff, but it's a special day today he's on the pod. Thank you for coming here, Zach. But
thank you for having me, Bear.
Hey man, we finally figured out, the whole fight and everything. That's crazy. That happened like 10 years ago.
I mean, I've never been sweating about it.
I mean, me either, but
you didn't even finish your point about
prison. Yeah, no, okay. So the prison thing.
Let me know about
Zach throwing us
off prison.
So no, I mean, I feel like instead of like trying to reform people and give them a second chance, obviously some people shouldn't get second chances, but like for like different situations and things, obviously like a home arrest, you can get someone 8 years for just going into someone's house to try to steal something.
Just going into someone's house?
I mean, obviously not, but if there was no like bodily harm or no intention of harm, they're just trying to grab something. There should be different situations, but
because they can die.
No, but I'm saying...
Think about that. You break into someone's house and immediately you can die for that.
Hold on.
If I'm there and I got my gun...
Hold on.
You're in my house.
I'm just using that as one situation. It can be applied to many different other situations.
You're basically saying you don't think someone who does a house invasion should get a big prison sentence.
I'm not saying they shouldn't. I feel like there should be more incentive to like try to reform the person instead of just trying to keep them in a cage, is what I'm saying.
Well,
Like other countries have like
Yeah.
there's so many
nicer
different
hospita-
perspectives on this because you got that perspective and that makes sense. You got a lot of people saying like if it's a non-violent crime, there should be some type of
Yeah,
reform.
but how do you know it couldn't have got violent?
That's what I'm saying. And
That's
not
why
only that, you don't know where that leads to. You don't know like at the time of when you caught them what that was going to lead to.
If it's in their advantage, they're gonna take it. They're breaking into your home, trying to take whatever.
Yeah.
If they can
I'm not
see
even-
a
I'm
clear
not talking-
path, and it's
That's a
having to
violent,
kill and
that's a
having to
violent
killing
crime.
you.
I'm talking about non-violent crimes like drug dealing, fraud, maybe counterfeit bills, things like that.
Fuck them too.
But look, listen, what I was saying is
No,
like,
but what I'm saying is there's that way of looking at it to where you reform certain types of things, and then you have a really strict prison system for like violent offenders who are like criminals. But I view it as a deterrent, bro. You guys just have it as an overall prison system.
so
and
you
If you
want
just start killing people for shit, then they'll stop doing it.
Well, I'm saying, are you saying you want to use
Well,
it more as like
I
a
don't know
fear
about that.
factor to keep people out from doing
It might
things?
be inhumane.
I mean,
For murderers,
Plus,
and
it's like
pedophiles and
it's
rapists.
like some
I'd be okay
laws
with
are not that serious.
well, that's what I'm saying is like there's some laws that I feel like should. I feel like everything, like I said, everything
It's
should
like
be.
how many times do you speed in a day?
Well, yeah, obviously. I just like I said, everything should be situational, and like I brought up earlier with the mental evaluation of every case, it should be taken serious and looked in because these are people's lives. There's so many people that have been falsely accused for different things, and that's just like a whole other subject. But it's just our prison systems compared to other countries is just a lot more inhumane, as you said. But I don't know if we should necessarily be using it as a fear factor or
a
like
deterrent.
or
Yeah.
deterrent. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously there should be repercussions for doing bad
Because
things.
because I know what you're saying. You're talking about like Sweden. They have these super nice prisons, and you have like a little bunk bed and a little fucking desk and a TV in there.
Yes.
Dude, if you show that to people who are criminals in this country, bro, they're gonna be like, dude, that's better than any living situation I can get. Dude.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And you already got people who are like indoctrinated and can't leave the prison system, and when they get out, they'll go commit a crime and get back in there because it's easier for them.
yeah, I mean, there are people who literally will go to
They've
a gas
never lived
station.
in a normal society.
Yeah, they'll go to a gas station, steal a
But
bag of
then
chips,
you
and
could
wait
go-
for the cops.
Sorry. But then you could go in the topic of how did they grow up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Where
bro.
did they
It
grow
all
up?
starts.
A lot of people.
Where did they grow up?
They
What
grow up
in
situation were they
community.
given?
So, all right, so next question. How do you think we could fix communities? What do you think that maybe
Just
the government or maybe the community itself or the people could come together? Any
Just-
sort of way to help the
This is
upbringing of
how-
our children?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
go
it's kind of fucked up.
Go
Well, my belief of it is, but I mean, you get what you give, man. I mean, if you're fucking just going out there begging everything, not much comes.
Yeah,
You really
no,
gotta,
you got to work for it.
you really do, and it
everything
sucks
else.
to hear it.
And
A
it's
lot of
always
people
been.
can't.
It's always been like that.
A lot of people
life.
can't hear that. They think it's like, what does the government owe me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's not about what can I do for my
Or
government.
what about my situation is because of the government, or what
well,
about my situation is because
John
of the
F.
other-
Kennedy literally said it. I mean, I can't quote him.
It's not, ask not what you can do for your country, or ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. I wasn't necessarily saying the government should do stuff for us necessarily. I'm saying as a whole, as a human race.
No,
and
the government
species and
can do.
country.
The thing is, the government does have a lot of power, and ultimately, they are the ones who can make things a lot better.
A lot of people
you
just
actually
don't
wanna-
realize what. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Keep going.
All I was saying is, I think a good basis would be to cut funding from foreign countries and push that directly into small businesses. That'd be my first thing, because that's billions of dollars right there. Billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah, it's one of the things that does kind of interest me as well, is how we always put so much more into other countries than that we could be greatly using for our own advantage. But at the same time, I'm also I would maybe say I'm a humanist.
All right,
Just
workforce.
because we're one country doesn't mean we can't help the whole world, and the whole world can't help everyone else, vice versa. I really think that we should all come together, but it's very hopeful, insightful thinking.
It's
Obviously,
impossible.
Also, yeah, it's almost impossible.
that's why I said
impossible.
hopeful.
But listen, bro, another way is, I know military is important. We're the top guy, and we have a lot of enemies, so we got to stay up on the military, and we got to fund it. But maybe like 10, 20 billion off the military out of the trillions they spend wouldn't hurt.
Well, like Mike
Maybe put some more in
Bloomberg, they were
school.
talking about it. Sorry, Mike Bloomberg they were talking about it. He spent $500 million on his campaign.
Yeah,
And how early did he drop out?
he didn't do shit with it.
He He could have literally gave every single American citizen, not, we're not even going to get into that, citizen, $1 million and still have more left over in his campaign.
Nah,
Let's still more.
Out of 500 million?
There's less than 500 million.
There's
So he could have given $1.
20 something.
He could have given $1 to everybody.
No, million. He spent 500 million.
Yeah, and there's 300 million people in the country.
Yeah.
So he could have given everyone $1.
The fuck?
No, he's saying
You're thinking 500 billion or 50 billion
No,
or
brother.
5 billion.
yeah, because if you have
Think about it. 500 million.
A million.
Just drop it down to single
A
digits.
million
35.
times 500. What's that? 500 million?
Yes.
No.
Yes, sir.
Am I that stupid?
So that's only 500 people you can get.
No, the fuck, I'm not that stupid,
Bro, no, it's all good. But no, still, $500 million can fund like a whole bunch of businesses, bro.
No, brother.
that money could have been used for so much more better stuff than just a greedy.
Well,
politician.
Bloomberg really only did that to like try to get Trump out of there. Whatever, it worked.
What you looking up over there, Zach?
He's like, no way, I'm that stupid. I got the math that wrong.
Zach calculating shit on his phone right now because he's not sure.
Just do 500 million divided by 300
Look,
million.
so
Yeah, so I was correct.
Look, all right. If you have 1 million
500
people,
million.
you give one person $1.
There's no way you guys are still debating this.
Well, because you need.
You can give everybody like $1.40 something.
Hey, 500 million.
I'm on your side. I'm
No,
saying
you're
that
not,
like,
brother,
if you have
you
a
don't
million
mind.
people and you have $1 million,
That doesn't make any sense. It's $1. So you
A
can give
dollar
everyone.
like 40. You can give everyone like $1.40.
Damn, that's fucked up, man.
because look,
I'm
there's
stupid.
361 million people. You need
No, you just thought
you need
about
a
it
million for each 361 million people, and if you only
That's
have
still fucked up,
361 million people, you can only give $1 million to 361 people.
They still blow money
Or
off
500
the fucking
people.
dick.
Still,
Maybe it was
it's still a
500
fuck ton of
billion.
money.
I don't know where it was years ago.
There's I don't know. I'm no expert on
I'm no
economics.
expert
I've
on
taken
nothing.
I've taken a couple classes.
Yeah,
But,
none
I
of us
mean,
are geniuses
I
or
support-
anything.
I support the conservative way.
Speak up a little bit, Zach. I guess
For
you're here.
economics, or
No, just for the way we live. Just keeping it how it is. Stop trying to change. Like how Kamala, she was like rated one of the most liberal women in the world.
Did you see her super awkward laugh? When
She
they
wants
asked
to
her-
change everything that
When
we
they
live,
asked her-
I
that
don't
we
know,
live
Kamala's
by.
supposed to be like a progressive, but she's down there in Guatemala saying, "Do not come here.
No.
Do not come here."
Dude, Joe Rogan posted a thing on his Instagram where it was like the internet is undefeated, and it was like Kamala saying, "Do not come, do not come," and then it shows
It's
a picture of Trump, just like, "I'm gonna come."
Yeah, and
He
the
said,
whole
"I'm gonna
crowd
come."
goes crazy, yeah. He's like,
Wow.
"I'm gonna come," and everybody goes, "Ah!"
Yeah,
I saw
but
that.
it's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
It's not funny. It's really not. It's kind of just sad. I mean, this shit's a joke, man. And people are taking it to fucking heart to where it's going to create something that they can't even fucking imagine.
Explain.
Bro, what do you think society's going to be like in the next fucking 50 years?
It all depends.
Everything is going to be from your fucking phone. Dude, they already got the Amazon shit where you just throw it in the cart and it scans it and charges you right there and you can just walk out the door. But not just that. They got Instacart. You can just, on your phone, just get food delivered to your house.
Your entire month of groceries.
But the second that shit's taken away from them, I mean, look, people are fucking getting
Scrambling.
destroyed. Getting destroyed. I mean, New York's still shut down. I mean, I don't know how true that is, though, because I see people on Snapchat posting New York walking around. So I just don't know. It's just the shit that you see, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That the shit you see on social media, on the news, all this shit, it's just fake. It's just to keep you scared. I got people coming in the store scared. And it's like, scared that you don't have a mask on, or that you're touching shit, or that you're near someone. Scared.
Yeah.
They're scared. And it's like, why are you outside?
And a lot of the reason why they're scared is because of
They see the
lies
shit.
they've been told.
Yeah.
And I've seen polls where, like, it was polls asking Democrats and Republicans how many people they think have died from COVID or have been infected by COVID in America. And, dude, like, the Democrats were saying, like, 200 million people have been infected, 2 million have died, and
I
it's like, it's not
don't
that.
doubt.
It's not that.
I don't know.
People just gotta learn to like look up their own information.
understand,
Look
there's a
for
lot of
real
old people.
statistics.